Apart from providing a bird's-eye view of our Earth, drones also reach the unreachable corners, revealing the legendary beings, creepy rituals, or mysteries trying to make a run. So, let's take a look at what terrifying thing this man's drone captured on a mountain. Alien spider. A guy was having a chill day in his apartment in Russia when he noticed something strange from his window. When he went in for a closer look, he was shocked to see a humongous spider crawling on the building in front of his apartment. It moved from one building to the other and then crawled onto the rooftop, from where it just disappeared. Just looking at its long legs and creepy movements is giving me the creeps. And this wasn't an isolated event. Here, the strange giant spider was caught once more, crawling on a building. And if you're wondering where it showed up this time, well, again, in Russia. This time around, people thought the spider was either a failed experimental creature or some alien out of this world. Sasquatch chasing bison. While visiting the Yellowstone National Park in the US, a guy captured something very strange. On the snow-ridden ground, he found a few bison walking. It doesn't end there. After a while, his camera captured a whole bunch of strange figures coming out from behind a tree, but only one of them emerged. Here, have a look again. Netizens speculated that they were a group of Sasquatch out hunting, but their identity was never confirmed. Sasquatch. This drone footage was captured deep within Ohio's Salt Fork Park. The video instantly went viral, and many viewers claimed to have spotted something hiding in the thick foliage. Now, focus on the left side of the screen, just as the drone begins to land. Even though it's a quick moment, many people believe there was a large creature walking as the drone passed by, and I think I saw it too. Some argued it could be a sighting of Bigfoot in broad daylight, while others said it could be a tree, but I'll just let you be the judge. So, do let me know what you think. Witch. Out at night while patrolling on a dark road, some Saudi policemen noticed a bizarre woman. Hunched over with her long, open hair covering her face, and she seemed to be walking towards the car. The car reversed, and she started running. Can you imagine being chased by this thing in the middle of the night? Sounds like the perfect recipe for a horror movie. The officers inside the car were sure it was a witch. But why was she chasing them? Well, whatever the reason, they didn't dare to arrest the chasing witch. Disappearing entity. This drone footage recorded at Fort McClellan, Alabama was quite chilling. At first, there's nobody visible in the background, but then, out of nowhere, a figure appeared near a street lamp, and just as it appeared, it suddenly disappeared. The mysterious appearance and disappearance of this dark silhouette, without any logical explanation, left the internet burning with questions. Netizens suggested it could be a paranormal or extraterrestrial phenomenon. Without any more evidence, no one could exactly tell what was captured in the video. Rooftop creeper. A guy had been hearing strange noises, and when he went out to check, he caught this. A strange, short, human-like creature was lying on top of his roof. He was unable to capture its features, as it was pretty dark outside, but you could tell it wasn't any known creature. The guy had no idea what he was looking at, so he posted the video online, and many people said it could be some wild animal, but with those tiny legs and huge head, it's very unlikely. Cloaked figure. A guy was flying his drone over a thick woodland when he spotted something out of place, a mysterious all-white object. Moving the drone closer, he noticed the figure resembled a witch-like hermit watching from behind the trees. The clip looked quite real, but skeptics still question the video's authenticity, with some wondering why he didn't investigate further. Well, probably due to the fear of losing the drone or encountering some unknown creature. The guy decided to retreat. Well, let me know what you would have done if you had encountered something like this. Slithery frenzy. Who let these slithery creepers out? A guy on his way to work got caught up in these snakes out and about on the road. It turned out a snake catcher was on his way to release them into the wild, but they accidentally ended up on the road when his bag opened up. A bag of snakes on the road? Not the best excuse to turn up late at work. Eerie statue. Excavators working in a gravel pit near a Russian town uncovered something that left the internet completely baffled. With huge wings and a cloaked head, it was believed to be an angel statue. The clip sparked speculations among netizens. Some doubted its authenticity. Others said it was a petrified angel, while a few compared it to a scene from The Simpsons, where Lisa found an angel skeleton during excavation.
Oh my goodness! What is it, Lisa? It looks like a human skeleton.
Creepily, some people even claimed the statue moved on its own. However, officials from the mining complex said that the statue had been there for a while, but the mystery of this statue has persisted. Gleaming glitch. This video, recorded in China, has gone viral, with people saying it's a glitch in the sky. Although the video is short, people questioned its authenticity. But as everyone on the street appeared to be observing the same phenomenon in the cloud, it couldn't be a hoax. Some said it's a fleet of luminous drones, while others suggested it's an unexplainable glitch, with no more proof. It's hard to say for sure what that anomaly in the sky might be. Kappa. Now, have a look at what emerged from this pond water. The clip showed the water bubbling, and it bubbled for a while before an odd-looking creature made an appearance. It looked like a mix of a human and frog. Locals believe that it was a legendary creature from Japanese folklore, a Kappa. But skeptics on the internet thought the creature in the water might just be a prank someone pulled to scare everyone. Creepy clown. A guy was flying his drone over a cornfield when he noticed a guy standing eerily. You couldn't see its face, and it looked like he had a getup of a clown. Just as he realized that the camera was capturing him, he began running. The drone followed suit, but the clown guy disappeared into the thick woods. No one seemed to know who that was or what he was doing in the cornfield. Some said it was a living scarecrow, while others thought it might be some criminal on the run. On the run. This drone footage has raised questions about the existence of unknown mythical creatures inhabiting the elusive nooks of our world. A strange humanoid being was captured. It looked like it had sensed the drone, so was making a run for it. Rushing toward the dense patch of trees, it just disappeared before the camera could capture a clear view. The owner of the drone was sure it was probably a Bigfoot or some other creature, as it wouldn't make any sense for a human to be running like that. Inamba. This clip, captured by a local in Java, Indonesia, was posted online, and people were left stumped as to what's actually going on here. It looked like a bunch of giant snakes had somehow ended up in the river and were all splashing around. But it's not common for these serpents to put on a show like this. Locals believed it was the Inamba, a legendary serpent believed to live in the river that people summon for wealth, protection, or assistance. Although there are many stories about the mythical creature, nothing can be said for sure. Let me know what you think of this river serpent. Giant on hills. A family was out on a trip to the Camel Mountains when they noticed something on top of the hills. Taking out their camera to record, they realized that it didn't look normal, as it wouldn't be possible for a human's figure to be this visible from a distance. So whatever that was on the hill couldn't be a human, and they speculated that it was probably a giant, known to live on mountains and places out of human touch. However, there were many people on the internet who thought the clip was either a prank or just not real at all. Whale rocks. One of the most picturesque landscapes in Thailand is an ancient mystery. Within the tranquil mountains lies Insamwan, where 75-million-year-old rock formations are found protruding out of a mountain. These rocks are known as the whale rocks because, from certain angles, they look like a family of colossal whales. The spot gathers hundreds of visitors daily with its hidden waterfalls and serene spots. Recently, drone footage captured massive orange spots on the mountains, which sparked questions about its origins. But these rocks are one of a kind in the entire mountain range, and no one knows how they came to be. Pond creature. A group of workers draining a pond in Osaka Prefecture came across something terrifying. As the waterbed was exposed, a strange humanoid creature emerged out of the mud and scared everyone working on the ground. The workers decided to get a hold of the creature and use their fishing nets to capture it, and finally pulled the creature in a tub and showed it to everyone. The clip spread like wildfire on the internet, with some saying the creature was a monster horse from Japanese folklore. Many people also thought that the clip was a hoax and that the mythical creature doesn't exist in real life. If you've got any idea about the creature in the clip, let me know in the comments. Chasing croc. Australia's weird wildlife just got a bit more weird. Have a look at this drone clip recorded on a beach in Queensland, where a dog was strolling along the coast, unaware of the predator keeping it company in the shallow water. A giant crocodile with an intent to have its lunch, and seemed to be keeping an eye on the dog. As soon as the dog got close to the water and noticed the danger lurking in it, quickly backed out, leaving the coast. Floating humanoid. At first glance, the footage might not seem like much, but there's more than meets the eye. On the mountaintop, there was a figure that looked human, with a clear head, shoulders, arms, and legs. What's unusual was its size. I mean, from that distance, you'd normally see tiny dots, but this figure stood out like a giant, and to make it all the more creepy, it seemed to be floating. Locals said the giant had been sighted before, and the last person who saw something like this disappeared without a trace. So, the next time you're hiking, do keep an eye out for these mysterious floating giants. Aquatic Monster. Back in September 2019, a massive creature was spotted near Yichang City, China. Its giant body swiftly slithered in the water. Some speculate whether it could be the legendary Loch Ness Monster. Another clip from the Thames River showed a similar creature, captured by a woman out with her friends. The giant creature doesn't resemble any known creature like a snake, which left the internet puzzled about its true identity. Hovering UFO. When this footage was posted online, many claimed that it was a UFO captured flying over the Glacier Bay National Park and Reserve. Some people even said that it was a spaceship transporting aliens. But soon, something put a stop to these wild claims and revealed that the strange dome-shaped object was a complex form of a mirage called Fata Morgana. Your brain is tricked into seeing a distorted version of an island, and these can be seen on land or at sea, and can be almost any type of distant object, like a boat or a coastline. So, no alien visits for now. Faceless Passenger. A very creepy sight was captured somewhere in India. When the bus driver picked up a passenger, he was unaware of what he was getting himself into. Upon reaching his destination, he noticed only one woman was left on the bus and wasn't getting off the bus. Strangely, she was hiding her face. For all good purposes, I must say though. because this is what she said to the driver as he asked her to reveal her face. The clip left the internet questioning who that woman really was. Many thought it was a ghost, while some believed the woman was trying to get away from something, so she didn't show her face. Moon stalkers. As if our Earth wasn't enough for stuff out of this world, now they're going after our moon as well! Yeah, you heard that right. Recently, this video was posted online, and it's been making the rounds on the internet. 2 groups of 5 strange flying objects seem to be taking a look at the moon. Some people said they were visitors from another universe, while others suggested it could be some space debris. But what it truly was has remained a mystery. Curious fins. A group of friends were using a drone over Australian waters to film crabbing off their boat. Suddenly, they encountered an unexpected visitor from the deep waters. A great white shark was captured observing them before getting close to their crab pot. Aware of the danger, they decided to cut the crab pot loose to avoid a confrontation with the shark. And the decision proved fortunate, as great white sharks are known for their powerful and sometimes aggressive behavior, overturning boats and all. The group made a lucky escape from a potentially dangerous encounter with one of the ocean's apex predators. Wilderness on the road. It seems these wild animals have got a thing for roads, turning up out of nowhere. A man driving his car suddenly found himself in a race with an ostrich. And let me tell you, the ostrich was winning, running far ahead of the car. But why was it on the road? Well, thankfully, the police were right there to get the situation under control. Floating dog. This clip has been going viral on the internet as folks try to figure out what's happening. It looked like a group of dogs made a train from the house's rooftop into the air? I mean, where's gravity? Is the dog floating in the air? How are they defying the laws of nature? Many netizens thought that there was probably some supernatural entity nearby making its presence known. But what are your thoughts on this? Mysterious flying object. A Predator combat drone on a routine patrol detected this massive, fast-moving object entering its airspace. The flying object straight past the drone in a burst of white light, leaving no trace behind. The officials scanned the area, but the mysterious object had already vanished without a trace. The lack of information about the sighting raised questions about its authenticity. Many people on the internet said it could be a CGI creation, while others suggested it could be a real UFO. However, if we set aside the CGI possibility, this encounter could be humanity's first contact with highly advanced extraterrestrial beings. Circling race. It looks like all these horses had one mind. If one went around, everyone else followed. See how all of them have ended up in this endless walking cycle? I don't think sheep are the only ones mindlessly following the other. Horses also have this trait, where they follow the horse in front of them, but this behavior is only seen in stabled horses. I guess wild horses are smarter than that. And for any of you wondering why they're doing this, well, they do this when confined, frustrated, or bored. Pretty weird way to combat boredom, though. Crowded waters. This huge bunch of fish seem to be stuck in the water, or are they trapped? Internet folks thought some fishermen might have set up a net to catch them, but these fish were eerily calm for someone being trapped. Did someone put them there to pull a prank? The reason behind this mass trapping has remained a mystery. Here's another one. This canal was also crowded with some marine giants. A lot of residents had gathered to take a closer look. Unlike the last clip, these turned out to be manatees. But how this entire bunch ended up in that small canal is the question we still don't have an answer to. Drone dance. I think this video would be incomplete without this clip. This guy took a bunch of drones, attached lights to them, programmed them a certain way, and voila! A drone dance! Pretty impressive, right? Cloudless shadow.
You guys see that shadow? Clouds. Where are the clouds?
A day as clear as they come, with no cloud in sight, but a woman captured this. The hill near her house seemed to be sporting a huge shadow, but where was the cloud or whatever was casting that shadow? The bizarre sight sparked speculations online, with some saying there was some UFO or spaceship there, concealed from the human eye, but its shadow was still visible.
I see that shadow? Clouds. Where are the clouds?
Stormy bugs. This clip, recorded in Russia, captured a very terrifying scene. It seemed like the region was attacked by a huge swarm of insects. Looking up at the sky, all you could see were hordes of insects. These swarms of birds and insects are becoming more and more common, and no one has a clue as to why this is happening. Some people think it's because of some unknown activity taking place in the skies that we don't know about, while others believe it could be because these birds and insects lose their way and end up like this. Nemrut Dag. If there's a mystery I want to see unraveled, that would be the Mount Nemrut in Turkey. There's just too much explanation needed. On a mountain that nearly touches the sky, there are numerous towering statues of various Greek gods. Their heads alone measure nearly 7 feet in height. The statues were believed to have been built as guardians for the tomb of King Antiochus. However, many excavations were carried out, but the tomb of the king was never found. The mountaintop sanctuary, now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is still believed to be the burial site of the king. Kapilikaya. A bizarre yet fascinating site sits on top of a mountain in Turkey. A huge gate made out of stone that's believed to have been built during the Hellenistic period around the 2nd century BC. But there's a strange inscription on top of the tomb, Ikesios, and interestingly, its meaning has been unclear. There's no archaeological work done on what's inside, so the site is a complete mystery. No one knows if that's a burial site for someone, or if it's something else entirely. School of Sharks. This incredible view of a school of black-tip sharks were captured near Florida's Singer Island. It might look like a horde of tiny fish at first, but you'll soon realize it's hundreds of sharks swimming together in a group. Can you imagine swimming in this water? I guess this clip is the reason why people are not allowed to visit beaches or swim in marine water these days. It's purely for their own safety. Clear boating. This clip, captured in Weishan Lake, China, showed what an ideal boating trip would look like. The water was so clear that it looked like the boat was floating in the sky over a forest. Would you like to have a ride in this lake? Boating in a clear lake was pretty cool, but would you like to ride this jumping boat? Well, the problem is, I don't know how or why this boat is so jumpy. Are the guys doing it themselves? Or is there something underneath the boat? Whatever the reason, it sure does look pretty fun. Devil's Eye. This is the Icon Spring in the Gobi Desert, China. The only water body surrounded by miles and miles of the desert. But this isn't the oasis you'd be happy to see, as the water coming out of the spring contains a high level of sulfur, making it undrinkable, and the land around it barren, and it has sort of formed a circle that resembles an eye socket. So to go along with its features, locals named it the Devil's Eye. Pink Swarm. At first glance, you might think someone has dumped a ton of flowers into the water, but this swarm of countless pink dots in the water is actually flamingo. Yeah, it's the Great Rift in Africa that these flamingos call home. It's kind of like flamingo heaven. Once you set foot there, they are all you're gonna see. Hunting killers. If I've got to name one of the best inventions of our times, it'd have to be the drone. It provides views from places we never knew could have existed. Like this one, a group of orcas in action. Just proves why they're called killer whales. Although known to hunt fish and seals, it seemed like they had set their sights on bigger prey this time. Attacking in packs leaves no chance for the victim to survive. Upward waterfall.
Have you ever heard of a reverse waterfall?
Spotted in Utah this week. Allison, these pictures are amazing.
I believe water is probably the only thing that could get away with not following nature. Where everything in this world moves downward due to gravity, the water of this fall decided to go against the norm and move upward. As much as this sight was amazing, it's baffling to see. And for those of you wondering how this is flowing the other way, well, that's because the winds are quite strong. Strong enough to change the water flow. I wouldn't want to go near that waterfall. I like the drone view just fine. Here, also have a look at this river flowing like there's no tomorrow. Its muddy color's pretty similar to the ground. You wouldn't know where the ground ends and water starts. Chinese dragon. You probably are thinking this is a Chinese dragon taking a stroll in the river. But no, it's not. This is actually a floating structure made out of bamboo rafts in the Yulong River in China. Locals call it the Golden Dragon. This clip was captured recently as people honored the legendary Chinese dragon. Two-tailed cat. You've all probably seen a cat before, but have you seen a two-in-one cat? That I'm not so sure, but this clip captured one. You guys must be intrigued by its two tails, until you see its head. Yes, they are two heads! It's like the camera was under the influence, huh? Many people did think it was a camera effect, but the guy who captured the clip claimed he had seen the strange-looking cat himself. Mountain creature. A group of friends was out cycling through the secluded mountains of Thailand when they came across something incredibly unusual. A mysterious figure moved along the trunk right before their eyes. It happened so fast that they weren't able to guess, so they rushed toward the tree to check, yet didn't find anything. Did it just disappear? Here, have a look again. It appeared to be a dark, faceless creature jumping down the tree, and they were struck by the huge size of its hand. The guys believed it was some unknown creature living in the security of the mountains. Glowing creature. Recently, two fishermen had an unexpected encounter off Bridge Surf Beach in Puerto Rico. While out on their boat, they noticed a strange, luminous blue glow in the water. As curiosity got the better of them, they approached cautiously, and a humanoid figure underwater was the last thing they expected to see. Here, its glowing eyes were also visible. As the video gained attention online, many people speculated it's just a diver, but its eyes and the fisherman's fear suggested otherwise. Some also said this could be something otherworldly or even sinister. Do you think it's a regular diver or something more extraordinary? Horrid pedestrian. You know you're gonna be late for work when you see this on the road. Resting in the middle of the road was an alligator. No matter how much of a hurry this guy was in, he just couldn't rush this predatory pedestrian, and this guy sure needed to find a new resting spot. This picture circulating on the internet is a cropped up piece of a picture captured back in 2021. All the buzz on the internet was about this giant spider-like creature that appeared to be sitting on the ice. People were scared thinking of the giant creature existing, and that sparked speculations on the internet. Some doubted its credibility, while others suggested it could be the real thing. And if this was real, that's how it would look. Almost as tall as a lamppost. The incident became even more mysterious when a former employee of the Antarctic Research Station said that the creature was real and that he had seen it before. However, there's been no more official word about the existence of these spiders. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like it and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.